People think they know Laredo, a quiet town on the Rio Grande. Even though it's close to home, there's adventure in this land. If walls could speak, if streets could talk, they'd tell you every story. They talk about the people, the culture, about the history, the glory. They tell you about the stages, the homes, and the fields where players found their victory, where the dreams became real. They tell you adventure is around every corner, that if you open your eyes, you'll see. They tell you adventure is out there. It's whatever you want it to be. Here, you can taste the adventure, hear the adventure. You can feel the adventure that we know you'll miss. Laredo has something for everyone. All are welcome. The adventure is this. Find your sense of adventure. Visit Laredo.
Batter number 10 gets a single out to left field.
Yeah, no, good use of the hands right there. Just putting it out there, getting it in play. Nice little single. That's how you lead off a ball game if you want to, for Harlingen. A5, excuse me. Number 23, Fabricio Salinas up for A5.
Fabricio Salinas for A5 in the batter's box. Number 21 for Youngstown is our pitcher. And we'll get your lineups up here in just a second. And a double play here by Youngstown.
Pitcher's best friend right there. Gives up the leadoff single and then gets erased right there from a double play. It's one thing you always want as a pitcher. Your defense always having your back.
We'll get our lineups going here in just a second. And we've got one more. And there we go. Parker Montgomery, the pitcher for Youngstown, Ohio, batting to Doran from A5, the shortstop. And that's a strike from Montgomery.
Good pitch right there on the outer half. Needs to bounce back here after going down 2-0. Comes back in, pumps a strike on the outer corner. See what he does here.
And foul tip from Doran.
Got a 2-2 count here. You just went fastball. Probably spin one on the outer half, or you go fastball up with the letters, trying to get yourself a swing and a miss.
You got to love the handwriting of some of these coaches. It's doctor-esque as I try to read the lineups here. And that is fouled over the bullpen.
Sure enough, he went breaker. See the hitter late there. Might as well go fastball high and in. Try to get in on his hands. Either he's in the swing and miss.
Top of the first inning here with my sidekick, Trey Medina, on the mic. And that's a little bit outside. That's a ball. Trey playing collegiate baseball as well. Former standout here in Laredo, Texas. My technical advisor. Montgomery on the mound, top of the first inning. There are 2 outs, and that's out number 3, and that retires the side. So we go down to the bottom of the first inning. No runs scored. Phenomenal double play earlier on, and that'll do it. So we'll be right back after our brief commercial messages.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
Cuando su familia necesita atención de emergencia inmediato, cuenta con nosotros. La sala de emergencias Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER ya está aquí, convenientemente ubicada junto al complejo deportivo Buena Vista. Atención rápida las 24 horas, los 7 días de la semana. Desde fracturas hasta condiciones que ponen en riesgo la vida. Nuestro equipo altamente capacitado está listo para usted. Laredo Medical.
And we're back here, bottom of the first inning. Andrew Corfield at the batter's box, facing Roque, the right-hander for A5. Pony Palomino World Series action from Buena Vista Sports Complex here in Laredo. Broadcast is being brought to you by our title sponsor, HEB, and our other sponsors, Laredo Federal Credit Union. That was on the top of the hat there. And that is a walk to first base with a dinger on the head. You heard that all the way up here.
And
Coach going over there, make sure Corfield is all right.
Giving him the little finger test. Those don't feel good, even with the helmet. They still hurt for sure. Worn a couple myself. Not the best feeling.
Number 10, Cam Meyer steps up to the plate, facing Roque with a runner on, nobody out here, bottom of the first inning. Pony Palomino World Series action being brought to you by Whataburger, and that's a grounder to short. And a double play, 6-3 double play. 2 outs here, bottom of the first. No runs scored so far. Number 7, Logan Plummer, last night's participant in the home run derby for Youngstown, Ohio, facing the right-hander Roque from A5 with Drew Boivian in the on-deck circle. Plummer with a strong bat for Youngstown, Ohio. That one sails high over the catcher's head. Ethan.
Almost identical like the top of the first. First guy gets on. Second guy grounds out for a double play.
Yeah.
Mirrored
each other, right?
Yep. See if this inning continues to mirror.
Logan Plummer, the left-hander, facing Roque, the right-hander. Bottom of the first here in Palomino World Series action. This is the first game of the morning, and these games are being live streamed to you on YouTube, free of charge, no paywall, no subscription required. And you can find those, for those who are watching, LaredoPony.org. Share that with your friends and family so they can watch it. Palomino live stream button at the top of the website or on the Palomino page on that website, LaredoPony.org. Or just go straight to YouTube, search Laredo Pony, and look for the live game, and you'll see that there. So we have a runner at first as Plummer walked to first. Drew Bovier is in the batter's box facing Roque with a runner on. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. That one's on the ground, and Plummer advances to second on a pass ball. Ethan, the catcher for A5, having that one slide away from him. Roque on the mound facing the right-hander Boivian. And if you're here from Youngstown, Ohio, and I'm mispronouncing that last name, come give me a whack on the head and tell me how to do it. Drew Boivin, the batter, with a runner at second.
Oh,
that one comes off of both the catcher and the umpire, and that moves Plummer to third. 2 outs here, and we're trying to look at the count here. Looks like 3 balls, no strikes. They've got the scoreboard running, so we can see that now. Yesterday we had a hard time seeing both the scoreboard. It was not functioning. And then our angle from where we are, we can't always see Blue's fingers. And so we're trying to make sure we get all of that correct today. And that's strike one. 3-1 the count to Boivin. Boivin, the right fielder for Youngstown, Ohio. 2 outs, runner at third. And he walks Boivin. And Kyle Gilson will step into the plate with runners on the corners and 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. The left-hander Gilson will face Roque, the right-hander for A5. And checking the runner at first. Boivin hopping right back safely. Gilson, the first baseman for Youngstown, Ohio, batting here in the bottom of the second with 2 outs. And again, and runner back safe, although the A5 faithful thought they had their man.
It was definitely a close play. He almost had him there jumping. Just to seem to snuck the hand in there, according to the umpire.
And we're working through a technical issue, but we're going to be bringing you instant replay today. So we'll be able to take a quick peek at that in a little bit.
He looks safe.
And we'll be right back after the third out here in the bottom of the second. Bottom of the first. And we'll go into the top of the second inning in just a sec.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
Cuando su familia necesita atención de emergencia inmediato, cuenta con nosotros. La sala de emergencias Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER ya está aquí, convenientemente ubicada junto al complejo deportivo Buena Vista. Atención rápida a las 24 horas, los 7 días de la semana. Desde fracturas hasta condiciones que ponen en riesgo la vida. Nuestro equipo altamente capacitado está listo para usted. Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER.
And that's the first pitch here in the top of the second inning with number 21, Parker Montgomery on the mound. Leadoff batter for A5, number 3, Joseph. Montgomery delivers the ball low and outside to number 3, Joseph, the right fielder for A5. Parker Montgomery on the mound for Youngstown, Ohio. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the second inning. 3 balls, no strike to Joseph. And Montgomery walks Joseph. And that is our first batter making it to first base. And now here we got what looks like Taden. I can't read that. Jaden maybe. That may be a J. So Jaden the first baseman for A5 stepping into the batter's box to face Parker Montgomery, the right-hander for Youngstown, Ohio. Top of the second inning here from Potlatch Palomino World Series action, Buena Vista Sports Complex in Laredo, Texas. And that's a chopper to third, hard charge from the third baseman on the ground, and he gets that. Nice job by the first baseman digging that. Hard charge from the third baseman, Benny Husted.
Oh, wow, heads up base running right there.
Third now, and number 5, Aiden, the left fielder, the left-hander facing Parker Montgomery, the pitcher for Youngstown. No run scored so far, and a swing and a miss by Aiden.
He swung out of his shoes a bit there. Probably lost his footing. Brand new turf.
I'm not going to trust the scoreboard. That hasn't moved, so I'm going to depend on blue here for the pitch count. Scoreboard not functioning again. It's on, but it is not functioning. Aiden, the left-hander, takes a swing and a miss for strike 2 from Montgomery. Runner at third, 1 out here, top of the second inning. A5 at the bat. And that's into, and there's a tag. There might be a play at home. And a sacrifice fly by Aiden scores a run for A5.
Looks like they're going to try to appeal. You got to go on the mound real quick, then step off. Yeah, to appeal play, you got to get on the mound, step off, and toss it on over to the base.
And an appeal being made by Youngstown, and it appears that the appeal was denied. So A5 now leads 1-0 here in the top of the second inning with 2 outs. Montgomery on the mound, pitching to number 8, Ethan, the catcher, for A5. One nothing, top of the second inning. A5 leading Youngstown, Ohio. 2 outs, nobody on. And Ethan, the catcher, stepping in to the batter's box. And again, we're relying on blue for the pitch count. And that's a strike.
It's a good little curveball spun right there by Montgomery, catching the outer half. Seeing what he can do here to bounce back.
And the windup delivery, and a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that retires the side. Youngstown, Ohio gives up 1 run. As we'll be back for the second half of the second inning after these brief messages.
Shared with friends, family. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
Cuando su familia necesita atención de emergencia inmediato, cuenta con nosotros. La sala de emergencias Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER ya está aquí, convenientemente ubicada junto al complejo deportivo Buena Vista. Atención rápida a las 24 horas, los 7 días de la semana. Desde fracturas hasta condiciones que ponen en riesgo la vida. Nuestro equipo altamente capacitado está listo para usted. Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER.
And we're back live for Pony Palomino World Series action here in Buena Vista Sports Complex, Laredo, Texas. The bottom half of the second inning, A5 leading Youngstown 1-0. And our leadoff batter is number 3, Tyler Kurlick, who is the second baseman. Kurlick, the right-hander, will be facing the right-hander Roque from A5, trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. And that's low for a ball one.
That's back-to-back innings where the first pitch of the inning looks to be a breaking ball. Let's see if that's a trend here for Roque. Oh.
And that's high out into left field. And that is gone. That's a home run by Tyler Kurlick. Youngstown, Ohio ties the game here at the bottom of the second inning. Leadoff hitter for Youngstown, punching one right over the left field fence. That South Texas breeze carried that one right over the fence.
Jetstream took it just like yesterday we saw. First home run we saw yesterday from Puerto Rico, same thing we see here today in the first game, 8 a.m.
So Benny Husted now steps in, the left-hander facing the right-hander Roque. Roque giving up a one-run shot over the left field wall to Tyler Kurlick here to tie the game in the bottom of the second inning. Pony Palomino World Series action brought to you by H-E-B, Whataburger, Laredo Medical Center Emergency Room, Buena Vista, Rotex Trucking, Ringo's Barbecue, Javier Montemayor, attorney at law, the Cigarroa Heart Institute. Husted here, the left-hander, takes another strike from Roque. Nobody out. One run's already been scored here. The game is tied 1-1. And that is strike 3 to Husted as Roque masterfully puts that one on the inside corner. One out now, number 9, Derek Friedman, I believe. Friedman, again, doctor's handwriting on some of these lineups. One out. And he takes a strike from Roque. Friedman, the right-hander, the designated hitter for Youngstown, Ohio, facing the right-hander Roque. And he takes strike 2 from Friedman. From Roque. Friedman looking. One out here. One run already scored. And swing and a miss, strike 3 for Friedman. 2 outs now. Number 18, Todd Jones, the catcher, steps up to meet Roque, the right-hander for A5. And it's a chopper right over the pitcher, headed to the second baseman who's charging hard, and that's out number 3. But not before the leadoff batter, Tyler Kurlick, puts one into the fence. And right now, we've got our Laredo Medical Center emergency room, Buena Vista ER fan cam, as we have our talented camera crew running the fan cam there. Say hello to your family and friends back in Youngstown, Ohio. Folks that are supporting A5, we've got the fan cam running around. We don't have a PA system here at the Buena Vista Sports Complex, or else we'd turn that on. Brand new facility here for the city of Laredo, run by the Parks and Recs Department, Buena Vista Sports Complex. And the Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER fan cam is running through the stadium here. And this is a new addition for us here from the Pony Palomino World Series. Hats off to Laredo Pony for putting together the live stream. Sponsored by both HEB, Whataburger, Laredo Medical Center, Buena Vista ER, and our fabulous crew from Liquid Studio Group, who's out there running 5 cameras today with a low home, a high home, first and third, and our fan cam. Now, when we move to Unitrade tomorrow, we'll be running 6 cameras, and we'll have our outfield, our center field camera back up and running. Logistical issues with the Buena Vista Sports Complex not allowing us to have that camera situated over that 8-foot wall back there. There's a little bit of a slope there. And there goes the pitch over to, or the throw over to second base, and we're ready to get started here for the top of the 3rd inning. A5 batter coming in. Number 7, Roque, the pitcher, facing Colin Parker Montgomery for Youngstown, Ohio. Game tied 1-1, top of the 3rd inning, and he takes strike 1 from Montgomery.
Montgomery pounding the zone here early in this game. Gave up the run last inning, but he's still throwing a really good game. Has that breaking ball working.
That one's in the dirt, bounces up. Catcher doing a nice job of keeping that in front of him.
We've seen good catcher play this tournament early on.
We have. Good series of catchers from all the teams we've seen so far. Breeze not an issue today, although yesterday was awfully breezy, and that's a strike from Montgomery to Roque. We are not only live streaming the game, we're recording the game, so we'll have a glitch-free recording on YouTube eventually. Grounded to short, throw to first, and that is out number 1 for A5. Youngstown, Ohio pitcher Parker Montgomery getting the batter to ground out to shortstop. Andrew Corfield making that throw to first base. Number 12, Eduardo, chips one over to first to the pitcher. Quick toss to first base, and we've got out number 2 here in the top of the 3rd inning. Top of the order, James, number 10, coming up with 2 outs, nobody on. 1-1 the score. Youngstown, Ohio, A5.
Yeah, now just need to do a better job with the drag bunt there. At that point, you got to just put it down third base. Now he just angled his bat a bit wrong, right back to the pitcher, got a first pitch out. If you're Montgomery, you're pretty happy right now.
And that one sails a little high, right over the head of James. And for the A5 roster, I have first names. I don't have last names here, so that's why if you hear the name James, that's his first name. And that's inside for ball 2 from Parker Montgomery. Montgomery, the right-hander, having a good game so far here. Top of the 3rd inning, nobody on, 2 outs.
Ooh, was that the bat? It was the bat?
Nope, I think it got the catcher. But that got passed through. Now let's see what blue gives me as a count. 1-1 here. In the top of the third with 2 outs. Top of the order for A5, James, the center fielder, facing the right-hander Parker Montgomery. And that's a little low.
Oh. Ball's playing a little bit of hide and seek right there, just hiding under the catcher. He's looking around, back behind everything. You know what? Oh, straight down.
Todd Jones searching for that baseball, hiding right under him. James, the right-hander, shoots one right between third and short. It's going to roll out to left field. And we've got a base hit there. So now with 2 outs, we have a runner at first and number 23. I'm going to say it's Fab because I have F-A-B. That's what I see here, Fab. The left-hander for A5, second baseman, in the box facing Parker Montgomery. And there goes a runner.
Oh, what a throw. What a throw by Jones.
Oh, my. Todd Jones with a laser picking off the runner, and that ends the inning with the score tied as we go to the bottom of the third inning here at Buena Vista Sports Complex in Laredo, Texas. Pony Palomino World Series live action, and we'll be right back after this brief commercial message.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
Cuando su familia necesita atención de emergencia inmediato, cuenta con nosotros. La sala de emergencias Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER ya está aquí, convenientemente ubicada junto al complejo deportivo Buena Vista. Atención rápida las 24 horas, los 7 días de la semana. Desde fracturas hasta condiciones que ponen en riesgo la vida. Nuestro equipo altamente capacitado está listo para usted. Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER.
Bottom of the third inning, here we go. Roca still on the mound for A5, and the leadoff batter for Youngstown, Ohio, will get his number, and it's number 27, Andrew Corfield. Shortstop for Youngstown, leading off. He is also the top of the order for Youngstown. Roca still on the mound. The game tied 1-1. Bottom of the third. Swing and a miss for Corfield, and that is a strikeout. Number 10, Cam Mayer, the left fielder, Now at the plate, Roque is still on the mound for A5, and that's a grounder to second. Nice. Oh, and that gets by the second baseman for a base hit. Meyer now on with Logan Plummer, the center fielder. Logan Plummer, the center fielder, coming into the batter's box. The left-hander will be facing Roque, the right-hander, with a runner on, one out. 1-1 the score, bottom of the third. Live action brought to you by Laredo Federal Credit Union here at the Pony Palomino World Series 2026, Buena Vista Sports Complex in Laredo.
Beautiful place.
Absolutely gorgeous fields. Number 7, Logan Plummer, participant in the home run derby last night. And there goes a runner, and from a seated position, Ethan tries to make the throw from a seated position. Not enough juice on that to get him. And Cam Meyer now sits at second base with one out. Logan Plummer, the left-hander, at the plate. Roque on the mound for A5. 1-1 the score. One out. And that's a strike to Mayer.
I think that's a bit of a generous call. It looked a little high from here in my angle, but I mean, the umpire has the best view out of all of us, right?
You bet. You bet. Roque, the right-hander, starter for A5, checking in on his runner. Oh, and he gets Plummer. So now we're going to have runners at first and second.
Looks like it got him down the thigh.
Boyvin at the plate. Now, Buena Vista Sports Complex doesn't have a press box, so we're in the crowd, seated right behind the right side of home plate. The Youngstown contingent right in front of us, and there goes a runner. Oh, and that ball gets past the third baseman, and all runners advance. A nifty base running. Some nifty base running by Cam Meyer. Gets the pitcher to throw an errant throw to third base. Gets by the third baseman and scores Meyer, and advances Plummer all the way to third. And Boyvin shoots one over to shortstop. And the shortstop able to get Plummer out at home. Boyvin makes it to first. So we have two outs here. Youngstown 2-1 here. Taking the lead on some nifty base running by Cam Mayer. Roque checking the runner at first. Boyvin. And Kyle Gilson, the left-hander, first baseman for Youngstown, Ohio, in the batter's box, waiting for his pitch. Roque checking the runner at first. 2-1 here. Youngstown's taking the lead.
Yeah, I know. Roque is just trying to keep them at bay with the way they've been trying to run the bases here, especially whatever happened to play at third base, caught them sleeping a bit.
And Gilson, the left-hander, waiting for his pitch, takes ball one from Roque. One runner on, two outs. Close call at home as Plummer was thrown out by the shortstop. Roque on the mound, Gilson at the plate, runner on, there goes the runner. And he's safe at second. Youngstown doing some great base running here. Steals second base. Boyvin on the move.
A5 thinking that they tagged him on the foot there, but it looked like he got in there, the runner. See what Kyle can do here.
Kyle Gilson with two outs has a runner at second here in the bottom of the third inning. And the pitch from Roque is low and inside. Gilson with a good eye. Runner at second. Gilson at the plate. Roque on the mound. 2-1 Youngstown, Ohio, leading A5 here in the bottom of the third. Live action, Pony Palomino. And that is a walk to Gilson. So now we'll have 2 runners on. With Tyler Kirlick, who put one over the left field wall earlier today. Coming up to the plate, seeing who he can add to his team's lead, as Youngstown currently leads 2-1 in the bottom of the third inning. This live broadcast is brought to you by HEB, our title sponsor. Strike one to Kirlick. Laredo Federal Credit Union, Laredo Medical Center, Buena Vista ER, Rotex, Andes Air, Andes Mobility, Andes Service Center, and Rotex Trucking, part of the Rosas Enterprises. And that's a foul ball. Broadcast also brought to you by D&D Homes, Stars Scholarship Foundation, Steve Lamantia and his group, part of the LNF Distributing family. Stars Foundation giving out scholarships here in South Texas.
Kirlick just needs to look for something to drive here. You got 2 strikes on you. You just want to poke something into the outfield, base hit, scores that runner. Seems to have some good speed on him after he stole second base earlier this inning.
With 2 outs and 2 runners on, and that's a shot that's going to score. And the runner, Boyven, crosses the plate on that smash fly out to left field that drops right in front of the left fielder for A5, Aiden. 1 run score, so now it's 3-1. Youngstown, Ohio, 2 runners on, 2 outs. Number 6, Benny Husted, is stepping into the batter's box gingerly, waiting. Hudstead, the third baseman for Youngstown, Ohio. Roque, the pitcher for A5, still on the mound. And he delivers a ball to Husted. Cigarroa Heart Institute, one of our proud sponsors, Dr. Ricardo Cigarroa. UISD, LISD, and that's a foul ball. School districts here. Shout out to the UISD bus drivers who have been carting our players back and forth from hotel to venues, and the outings that have been arranged for them here at Laredo's Convention and Visitors Bureau. Laredo Pony and others helping facilitate some of these events. Husted, the left-hander, facing the right-hander Roque with runners on. And all of a sudden, the wheels come off the base running for Youngstown, Ohio, and they end the inning here at the bottom of the third. Youngstown, Ohio leading 3-1, leaves 2 stranded. And we'll be right back here to start the top of the 4th inning.
When someone in your family needs emergency care, you want it fast. And now, with Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER, help is here. Conveniently located next to Buena Vista Sports Complex. We offer emergency care 24/7. From treatment of broken bones to care for life-threatening conditions, our dedicated team is ready at Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER.
Top of the 4th inning here. Youngstown, Ohio leading A5 3-1 with some nifty base running done here in the bottom of the third. Youngstown was able to add a couple runs to go ahead. And now we've got number 23, Fob, the second baseman for A5, facing Parker Montgomery on the mound for Youngstown, the right-hander. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the fourth inning. Pony Palomino World Series live action coming to you from Buena Vista, and that one is foul right down that first baseline.
Good shot there. Good swing by Fob. Just needs to stay inside it a bit more. He went foul with it. Pitch was probably a bit more in than he expected, but he's made solid contact. Got 1-1 count here.
With nobody on and nobody out. Youngstown, a perennial attendee to the World Series here. They have won it as well in the past. Great coaching and great organization. Good contingent follows them to the games. We've had the pleasure of interviewing some of their parents and some of the fans that have come in with Youngstown. And that one is foul.
You know, Youngstown always comes in, they always make pretty deep runs here in this tournament. We saw last year, the year before that. Obviously, they won it back, I think, 2023, if I'm not mistaken. Could be corrected there later on, but they always bring in a good team.
That they did, and when they won, it was an exciting game. And that's low and inside. And then we had a sad moment, a passing of one of their coaches, longtime coaches who had been here and we had the pleasure of interviewing and spending some time with. And that one's going to punch through for a single. Fob now on, or Fab. We're going to figure that out. It's either Fabian or Fabi. We'll figure that out shortly. If anybody's out there listening and is in the stands, please come by and let us know how to pronounce that. So runner at first, nobody out. And batter showing butt. Oh, and the ball gets past Jones, the catcher.
Looks like maybe he lost it there. Bat got in his eyes, just hits the glove, bounces off to the left. Fob advances to second here. See, probably they still sacrifice bunt him over, honestly. That's what you should do in this situation. Just got to scratch a run here. You're only down by 2. Still really early in this ball game.
It is. Top of the fourth inning here. Runner at second, and that's a swing foul. 3-1. 3-1, Youngstown leading. Nobody out. Although nobody out. I'm looking at the scoreboard. I'm trying not to follow it, but. And that's strike one. So no sooner did I say nobody out, somebody strikes out, and we've got one out here. Top of the fourth inning with a runner at second.
And now Montgomery seems to be leaning heavy on that slider for 2 strike counts to get that punchy.
And what looks like Darren is in the batter's box for A5, the shortstop. And he takes ball one from Montgomery. Runner at second, one out. 3-1 the score. And he takes strike one. 1-1 the count to Darren. Top of the fourth inning. The game brought to you by Ringo's Barbecue and Hamburgers. And that's a shot into left field. And the runner's going to hold at third. So with one out, A5 now has runners at the corners. And Joseph is coming to the batter's box to face the right-hander, Montgomery. 3-1 Youngstown leading. Top of the fourth inning. Danny's Restaurants. If you haven't been to Danny's while you're here in Laredo, you have not lived. Danny's Restaurant. Great food. Great service. Shout out to the Convention and Visitors Bureau, Visit Laredo. We run a little 3.5 minute, 4 minute video of our beautiful little town here, put on by CVB. You get a chance, catch that. And that's a strike one to the batter Joseph from Montgomery. 1 out, runners at first and third. And Joseph takes a high fastball. Ball 1. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Runners on the corner. 3-1 Youngstown holding on to a 2-run lead. We got a high net here, so it's rare that a baseball comes back and hits us on top of the deck here. Although we did have a couple clangers yesterday. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Joseph, the right fielder. And that's high in the air. Center fielder gets under it. The tag from third. And a sacrifice fly to center right brings in the runner. To make it 3-2. A5 trailing but closing that gap. 2 outs now. Runner at first. Here at the top of the 4th inning. Number 5, Aiden, the left fielder, will face the pitcher, Parker Montgomery. I don't know why I want to call him Montgomery. Good Lord. Parker Montgomery for Youngstown, Ohio on the mound with a runner on, 2 outs, facing the left-handed batter. Swing and a miss by Aiden, the left fielder. Top of the 4th inning. Youngstown 3, A5 2, 2 outs, 1 runner on. The left-hander, Aiden, and a foul right down the third baseline. Aiden trying to bunt that.
I definitely had the right idea there. Third baseman playing back, just trying to lay down a little drag bunt, get yourself over, and get your catcher up there. Always trying to pass the baton over.
Jones with a cannon for an arm, quick off his feet, and that goes. And an errant throw by the third baseman allows the runner to get to first. Runner at second trying to get a little sneaky and get over to third, but pitcher alert enough to turn around. Ethan, the catcher, will step into the batter's box with 2 outs, 2 runners on. His team, A5, trailing 3-2 here against Youngstown, Ohio. Parker Montgomery on the mound, trying to close the door here, and a swing and a miss by Ethan, the catcher. Pony Palomino World Series action from the Buena Vista Sports Complex, Laredo, Texas. Big shout out to Richard Rosas, the Laredo Pony president, and the entire pony organization that's down here. And that's a strike 2 for Ethan. Montgomery trying to close the door here. 1 run has scored this inning. And that's a foul ball into the concourse area. 2 strikes on the batter. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Second and first. Top of the 4th inning, Youngstown 3, A5 2. And that's low. Good job by Jones keeping that in front of him. Nice little breeze picking up already. Was very breezy yesterday, not so much today. Bright sunny weather, probably in the 90s already. And that is foul right down that first baseline. Yesterday, temperatures topping out in the triple digits, 105, 106 during the opening ceremonies. Great ceremony put on by Pony. And that's outside. Jones coming out of his stance to make sure that doesn't get past him. 2 runners on, 2 outs. 3-2 Youngstown, Ohio, leading A5. Ethan, the catcher, stepping into the batter's box here to face the right-hander Montgomery. And we believe we've got...
I believe it's the foul ball that was down there. Player went to go get it. Still time and play there. Player safety always a priority here.
2 strikes on the batter for sure. I'm trying to see Blue's fingers here, but I guess our angle. Inside.
Montgomery showing a little bit of emotion there. He really wanted that call, as well as the rest of the contingent here for Youngstown, Ohio. See what Montgomery goes with right here. I believe it's a 2-2 count.
Hoping to get out of the inning, right, with just that 1 run scored here with 2 runners on, 2 outs. And that's going to get through. And A5 ties the score on that shot to center field by Ethan, the catcher. And with runners on the corners and 2 outs, Roque, the pitcher, will step into the batter's box to face Parker Montgomery with the score tied here in the top of the 4th inning. 2 outs, 2 on, 2 runs scored so far. Score tied 3-3. A5. Pitcher Roque takes strike 1 from Parker Montgomery.
Roque is trying to see here if he can add some additional run support to his own cause. Hopefully he can come out here and get the lead. Montgomery hoping that he can slam the door shut right here and leave his inning tied.
And Montgomery is doing just that with strike 2 to Roque. Runners on the corner, 2 outs. Score tied 3-3. A5 trying to take the lead here. Roque trying to add some runs to his own. And that's going to go through and score another run. Roque helping his own cause. And A5 takes the lead 4-3 here in the top of the 4th inning.
Looks like A5.
Parker Montgomery.
Looks like A5 is trying to already finding their footing here, especially with the bats. Both teams showing exceptional situational hitting with 2 outs. Just adding run support to each other's causes here.
Eduardo stepping into the batter's box with 2 runners on. 4-3 lead over Youngstown in the top of the 4th inning as the Blues get together. And Blue asking question about the courtesy run for the pitcher. And so there's a little discussion going on here amongst the officials. And it looks like there may be a courtesy runner to come in for Roque, the pitcher, who has been cleared to come on. The runner number 6, and we'll see who that is real quick. Victor. Victor will be running for Roque as a courtesy runner. 2 outs. 3 runs have scored here. And number 12, Eduardo, takes ball 1 from Montgomery. Youngstown, Ohio now trails by 1. A5 with 2 runners on and 2 outs. Trying to add a little more. And we have a strike to Eduardo. Runners second and first. 2 outs. Youngstown trails. Montgomery on the mound. Eduardo in the batter's box. Pony Palomino World Series live action here. World Series 2026. That one sails a little high. Jones out of his stance, grabs that.
Seems to maybe slipped out of the hand there from Montgomery. Seems like he tried throwing his slider that's been working really well today. See what Montgomery comes with here. See what A5 does here hitting.
And that's going to be foul ball. Right down the third base line. The Buena Vista Sports Complex has 10 fields, 2 multi-purpose fields for soccer and football and other sports. I think you could play rugby on those things. And like I said, no press box, so we're in the crowd here. We get to hear our technical room to our right and the audience to our left. And that's gonna get through. But the right fielder charging hard, making sure the runner does not come in. And with 2 outs, we load the bases. The top of the order, James, will come in to face Montgomery in an effort to add to their lead as A5 leads Youngstown 4-3 here.
Yeah, no, it seems like
in the
A5.
top of the fourth.
Seems like A5 starting to find their rhythm. Montgomery getting a little bit predictable every time he gets 2 strikes, starts spinning the breaking ball in there. See if he can mix something up and get his 3rd out.
And that's going to... Unable to make the play. The shortstop, Corfield, stretched out his body to keep that thing from rolling into center field. 1 run will score. Unable to get that out at second. And so it's now 5-3. A5 leading Youngstown, Ohio here in the top of the 4th. And the coach is walking to the mound for Youngstown, Ohio to have a little conversation with his pitcher. And I can see the pitch count monitor over here, but I can't see what it says. I don't think that says 78 or 79. 73.
Looks to be maybe 73 if I'm being honest with you. I mean, Montgomery's been throwing a good game just this last inning. A5 starting to find their rhythm here. But good play by Corfield to keep that ball from going to the outfield and probably saving a run.
And Montgomery's going to stay on the mound after that little discussion. Again, I always like to say that this reminds me of that conversation in Bull Durham where coach and infield go to visit with the pitcher, trying to figure out what to get Jenny for her wedding.
Yeah, no.
Number 23, the left-hander, Fob, with bases loaded, shoots one into right field, and the right fielder for Youngstown, Ohio, will take that down for out number 3, but not before 4 runs come in, and A5 takes the lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. A5, 5, Youngstown, Ohio 3, and we'll be right back after this brief message.
When someone in your family needs emergency care, you want it fast. And now, with Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER, help is here. Conveniently located next to Buena Vista Sports Complex, we offer emergency care 24/7. From treatment of broken bones to care for life-threatening conditions, our dedicated team is ready at Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER.
Bottom of the fourth inning here. Number 6 for Youngstown, Ohio coming in. Benny Hutstead. Youngstown, Ohio trailing A5 here. Leadoff batter Benny steps into the batter's box facing Roque, the right-hander, and that one is shot. That's going to drop right in between center field, left field. And that's a two-bag shot into center left. Hutstead, the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the fourth, getting on base.
And a solid piece of hitting right there, going opposite field, going left center. Wind's blowing out well, bounces up against the wall for a leadoff double. That's one thing you want to see after the inning they just gave up.
And Rook is still on the mound with a runner at second, nobody out. Bottom of the fourth inning, trailing 5-3. Youngstown, Ohio trying to get back in this thing. Small ball, nice bunt. Right down, oh. Great display of small ball by Youngstown, bunting that right down the third base line. Kind of froze everybody for a second. Runners now at the corner with nobody out. Bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, no, if you're the third baseman in that situation, you see a hard bunt, you just got to go up and try to get an out. When it comes to bunt situations, when you're in doubt, just try to get an out. That's the whole goal. But great display right there by Youngstown, showing great baseball IQ. Now they got no outs, runners on the corners.
And Todd Jones in the batter's box facing Roque, the right-hander, trying to drive his mates in. And he asked for a little time. Todd Jones, the catcher, having himself a really good game. Quick on his feet, laser arm. He's thrown out a runner already. Keeping folks honest there. Runners on the corner, nobody out. 5-3 the score. And again, another nice.
Great display again, a small ball. Bases loaded with the top of the order. Nothing more that you can ask for from the bottom half. Turning the lineup over here. That's everything you want here in a baseball game. Now they got bases loaded, no outs. Great situation to probably tie this game up or at least scratch a run across.
And Roque unable to handle that bunt as he came up and grabbed it. Runner safely on to first, and so now we've got bases loaded with the top of the order coming to the plate. Andrew Corfield, the shortstop, about to step in and face off with Roque, the right-hander, who is the starter for A5.
Go, Andrew. Have some fun, kid.
No outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Youngstown trailing 5-3. Bases loaded. Number 10, Cam Meyer in the on-deck circle for Youngstown, Ohio. And that's a shot. Corfield able to drive in a run. Third baseman almost mishandled that, was able to get the force out at third. So we have one out, but runners at second and first. And Cam Meyer stepping in, the left fielder, facing off against Roque, who's been on the mound since the start of the game. Bottom of the fourth inning, 5-4. Youngstown trails by one with two runners on. And that's out number two as a shot from Meyer goes straight to the shortstop, Darren. And a force out at third. Number 7, Logan Plummer, who participated in the home run derby yesterday, will come in. The left-hander will face off against Roque with two runners on, two outs. Bottom of the fourth, his team trailing by one, 5-4 here in the first game of the Pony Palomino World Series Saturday morning. Friday had 2 games here and 2 games on another field. And then the opening ceremonies at 7 o'clock. And that's a strike. Blue took a while to decide on that one.
Had to wait a minute there to decide whether he liked it or not. Sure enough, he says yes.
Plummer, the left-hander. And safe again. As the tag was around the ankles. And the runner safely back at second base here. Coach not liking that call, coming out to talk to Blue and asking him to step behind the line, making sure they have complete control of the game here. Plummer, the left-hander, with 2 runners on, 2 outs, trying to tie the score here. 1 run has scored already.
Was a close play there that second, though. Looks like Corfield might have just snuck the hand in. As whenever you want to lay down that tag, you want to lay it down near the hands. Usually when it's by the ankles, umpire probably will never call it 9 times out of 10. Sure enough, Corfield gets back. Got 2 away. Runners on first and second. See what Plummer can do here with 2 outs. See if he can be clutch for his team. Hopefully tie this game up. Roque just trying to get his team back in the dugout, limiting the damage, facing a ton of adversity here after having the bases loaded with no outs.
Second announcer, we're going to be doing it. So.
See what Roque delivers here.
All right, here we go. Our open mic. Sorry about that. I was talking to our executive control room over there. We have instant replay. We're going to be adding that to our repertoire in just a minute. We've got our technical issue there resolved. Plummer, the left-handed batter facing the right-hander, and I missed what you were saying earlier, Trey.
I know, just talking about what happened there with the tag play. Usually when it's around the ankles, umpire will probably hardly ever really call it 9 times out of 10. They usually want to see a tag near the hands or up in the chest area. It's just a hard play whenever you see a guy tag at the ankles and you really can't pay attention to the hand. But it looks like Corfield might have just snuck the hand in there to be safe. I think it's the right call.
Well, with 2 outs, 2 runners on, Logan Plummer trying to tie this game up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. A5 leading. That's a high fastball from Roque to Plummer. Good base running by Youngstown. Good small ball, but the bats from A5 were alive in the last inning.
That they were. See what Roque does here to get back in the dugout, limiting this damage. Takes a look over to second base.
And that one's going to get away from the catcher, and the runners will advance. But it's a walk.
I think they're saying it hit Plummer.
Oh, they're saying it hit Plummer. Well, not quite sure whether the batter was hit or not, but he does go on to first base here. And now the coach is going to come out and have a quick conversation with his pitcher. And we may be seeing a pitching change here.
Coach going out there, just relax out Roque real quick. Inning did start with bases loaded, no outs, but if Roque gets out of here, there's nothing more you could ask for from a pitcher after having the bases loaded with no outs. Anything, they could be just stalling a bit, get their pitcher warm, as it looks like there's no action out there in the bullpen for A5. Could just be talking to Roque to calm him down. Get in there, get yourself a ground ball, and get out of this inning.
Drew Boyven is going to be in the batter's box here to face Roque in the bottom of the 4th inning. Game brought to you by our title sponsor, HEB, our box score sponsor, Laredo Federal Credit Union, and a whole host of sponsors, La Posada Hotel, City of Laredo, County of Webb, State Representative Richard Raymond, also one of our sponsors. Flashing on our screen, all our sponsors, going to give them all live shout-outs, mentions. LISD, UISD, Boyven facing the right-hander Roque on the mound with bases loaded and 2 outs. Takes one inside. Youngstown trails by 1 here. Got all the bases loaded here with 2 outs. Boyven was in the fastest man competition yesterday. And that one, and the grounder to shortstop ends the inning, but not before they close that gap a little bit. 5-4 here as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Pony Palomino World Series live action coming to you from Buena Vista Sports Complex in Laredo, Texas, and we'll be right back.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
Cuando su familia necesita atención de emergencia inmediato, cuenta con nosotros. La sala de emergencias Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER ya está aquí, convenientemente ubicada junto al complejo deportivo Buena Vista. Atención rápida las 24 horas, los 7 días de la semana. Desde fracturas hasta condiciones que ponen en riesgo la vida. Nuestro equipo altamente capacitado está listo para usted. Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER.
Top of the 5th inning here, A5 leading 5-4. First batter for A5 takes a strike from Montgomery, who's still on the mound. Parker Montgomery, having pitched now through 4 complete innings, starts the top of the 5th. And delivers another strike to the batter. Who I think is the top of the order, James. And James takes 3 looking. That was Darren, the leadoff batter for A5, taking the last pitch looking. Out number 1, top of the 5th inning. 5-4, A5 leading Youngstown, Ohio. Montgomery still on the mound with a nice pitch. Joseph.
Really leans heavy there on that slider, catching the corner a lot with it. Seems to be his best pitch of the day.
And that one's low and outside. 1-1 the count to Joseph, the right-hander. Joseph, the right fielder for A5. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Montgomery still having a good game. Got a little roughed up in that 3rd inning. Sorry, that 4th inning. Got roughed up a little bit there, but he's settling back in. 5-4 the score. Youngstown, Ohio trails A5. And that's a strike to Joseph, the right fielder. Youngstown, as I've said, always here making the tournament. Great town. I've got a family member who lives out there in Youngstown, Ohio. Shout out to Patty Belmatis if you're out there listening. With Colin Montgomery still on the mound. He sends another one. Oh, and that one looked really good. 2-2. 3-2 the count. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. 3-2 the count, nobody on. And Montgomery fans Joseph.
Montgomery showing a little bit of emotion there, getting a little excited and pumped up for that strikeout. See what he does here with 2 outs.
Good competitor, Montgomery. This whole Youngstown squad, A5, also good bunch of athletes. This is cream of the crop here playing in this tournament. Some of the best players at this level. Jaden, the first baseman, with 2 outs, takes another inside ball from Montgomery.
Montgomery really wanted that one on the inner corner. Just asking the umpire if it was a bid in. Umpire says yes.
2-0 the count. And that's strike one. Some nifty camera action by Liquid Studio Group, the broadcasters, technical group. And that one comes over the net here. We've got a high safety net all the way around here behind home, all the way down the left field side of the stadium, because that's where the concourse is. 2-2 the count to Jaden, and that's low and outside for a full count with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. 5-4 the score. Pony Palomino World Series action brought to you by the County of Webb, City of Laredo, and that one is deep into right field. Right fielder gets that. Drew Boyman making the catch. Throw it out. Bottom of the 5th inning coming right up. We'll continue to flash our sponsors' logos and give them live shout-outs, and we're going to run a few commercials. And then we're going to come back in the next inning. You'll get to see the fan cam. So if you're watching and you have friends out in the audience, let them know the fan cam's going to be running by here in just a few minutes. And we'll be right back.
When someone in your family needs emergency care, you want it fast. And now, with Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER, help is here. Conveniently located next to Buena Vista Sports Complex, we offer emergency care 24/7. From treatment of broken bones to care for life-threatening conditions, our dedicated team is ready at Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER.
Bottom of the 5th inning here, number 24, Kyle Gilson, will be facing Roque, who's still on the mound for A5 as they lead the Youngstown, Ohio team 5-4. Leadoff batter, number 24, Kyle Gilson, takes a high fastball for ball 1. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the order. Sorry, leadoff batter. We continue to broadcast courtesy of our great sponsors, State Representative Richard Raymond, Javier Montemayor, attorney at law, Laredo Independent School District, United Independent School District, our good friends. And that's a strike to Gilson. The bus drivers for United Independent School District have been shuttling all the players back and forth from hotels to venue to lunch to dinner and all the events we've had. And Gilson shoots one right down. And save Gilson, the big unit, able to get down to first base. He shot that so far out into right field. The right fielder had a play at first, but Gilson put a little speed to his motion and got there in time. So
Heck of a throw there out there from number 3 for A5.
Number 3 for A5 being Fab or Fob. We're still trying to figure out what that name is. And the replay on that, kind of take a look and see if we're able to get there safely. One runner on, nobody out, bottom of the 5th inning, and that's a high fastball. Roque is still on the mound for A5. Number 3, Tyler Kurlick, who put one over the left field fence earlier today, facing the right-hander Roque. 5-4, bottom of the 5th inning here. Pony Palomino World Series action live from Laredo, Texas. And Gilst, and that's going to get through. And Kurlick able to get that through, moving Gilson to second. Kurlick now stands at second base. Nobody out, 2 runners on. Number 6, Benny Husted, is going to face a new pitcher as we have a pitching change. And so while we've got a pitching change, we're going to have a break in the action. Let's see if I can get my camera crew to stand up our fan cam and have our fan cam run as we have this break in the action here. We've got quite a bit going on in the stands here as the teams for Puerto Rico has already made its way into the stadium. These are our friends from Puerto Rico here on our fan cam. Say hello to your family and friends that are watching the game back home. Youngstown, Ohio, right in front of us here to our left. Fan cam. Walking through our camera crew from Liquid Studio Group, operating our 5th camera here. We'll have 6 cameras at Unitrade. The fan cam from Laredo Medical Center, Buena Vista ER, which is right down the street here from the complex. There's a Whataburger close by there as well, one of our other sponsors. Laredo Medical Center, Buena Vista ER. Thank you for your sponsorship and all the work you do here to keep us all healthy. If you have a medical emergency, the Laredo Medical Center, Buena Vista ER is available to you. Our fan cam running through here, brought to you by the Laredo Medical Center, Buena Vista ER. This game is also sponsored by Richard Raymond, State Representative, District 42, Javier Montemayor, Attorney at Law, D&D Homes, Joe Barron, and his group, one of the members of 3 Men and a Mic. If you've ever heard a podcast called 3 Men and a Mic, one of its most viral moments was youth in sports. And we're going to go back to the live action here as we get a new pitcher. Nope, looks like Brooke is going to stay on the mound. We just had a little realignment of the players for A5, but Roque will stay on the mound, and we'll go back to the live action here. Number 6, Benny Hutstead facing Roque with 2 runners on and no outs here. And that's a high fastball. Youngstown, Ohio, trailing 5-4 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Roque for A5 trying to get his first out here with 2 runners on, and Hutstead at the plate. Hutstead takes another high fastball. 2-0 the count. One of the things I love best about the sports complex is that we don't have a press box, and we're out in the audience, so we get to hear all the cheers and jeers and all the other stuff that's going on around us. Roque on the mound for A5. Throws one low to the left-handed Husted, and I believe that's a 3-0 count here with 2 runners on and nobody out, and Youngstown trailing by 1. Husted looking for his right pitch here with number 9, Derek Friedman, the designated hitter, sitting in the on-deck circle, and that is Ball 4 to Hudstead, who loads the bases now. Roque loading the bases with that last walk to Hudstead will face number 9, the designated hitter, Derek Friedman. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bases are loaded. Youngstown trails 5-4, but they are threatening with Roque still on the mound for A5. And delivers strike 1 to the designated hitter, Friedman. Game's getting exciting here with bases loaded, nobody out. A5 still ahead, 5-4. And that shot is deep into center field, and that's going to score a runner and advance a runner.
Great piece of hitting right there by Friedman, just putting it deep enough to score that run. This game will now be tied.
So with that, as my colleague Trey said, deep fly ball, sacrifice fly out to center field, allowing the runner to tag and score, and now that ties the game. Runner from second advances to third, and we have runners on the corners now for Youngstown, Ohio, with only 1 out. And now we're making the pitching change. Opportunity for us to continue to talk a little bit about the World Series. We've got teams from Belgium and Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Mexico, France, Chinese Taipei, and the 4 corners of the U.S. are represented here. Harlingen was here yesterday. We've got Joliet, Illinois, and today Youngstown, Ohio, and A5. Azusa, California is here as well. I'm sorry, Covina, California is here. My mistake, Azusa was here last year.
I think they had represented the 2 years back-to-back, and then this year Covina comes back here to town.
Covina comes back to town, and Carlos Cruz for Covina yesterday in the home run derby, giving everybody a run for their money, loses out to De La Villar. There we go, De La Villar in the swing-off for the home run derby championship. Now, Youngstown has a set of wheels on them because they had 2 runners compete in the fastest man competition, and it was won by Noah Troggio with a time of 14.32, and his teammate came in second. I'm trying to remember who that was, with a time of 14.34, only 0.2 of a second separating the two. And it was Boyvin, I believe, who was second in the fastest man competition, only by 0.2 of a second.
That's not much to tell by the naked eye right there. At that point, you need that stopwatch to help you out.
That's right. Here we go. Number 18, Todd Jones, the catcher, will now come on to face a new pitcher, number 5, Aiden, who was out in left field and is now going to be on the mound for A5 with the score tied in the bottom of the 5th. Runners on the corners. And Jones, the catcher, attempting to add to that run tally here in this inning and push his team ahead. The left-hander delivers ball 1 to Jones, the catcher for Youngstown, Ohio. Shout out to XTX Media for their billboards. Z93, Big Buck, radio stations in town promoting the game, making sure we had a good attendance and participation. Danny's Restaurant. If you haven't had a Tampiqueña plate from Danny's, you have not lived. Runners on the corner. Jones, the batter. And number 5, the new pitcher for A5, Aiden, on the mound. 1 out here, a sacrifice fly that drove in a run to tie the game for Youngstown, Ohio. Friedman, the designated hitter, knocking that out and knocking one in. And that is going to go and fair ball. Jones knocks one out into right field, falls right inside that fair line, and scores 2 runs. And Youngstown, Ohio recaptures the lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As we go to the top of the order for Youngstown, Ohio, Andrew Corfield, the shortstop, who's had a great game so far, will now face that left-hander, Aiden, for A5 with a runner at second and only 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning, 7-5 Youngstown, Ohio, recapturing the lead here on a nice piece of hitting by Todd Jones, the catcher. And strike 1 to Corfield. 1-1 the count. Aiden, the pitcher for A5.
Yeah, no, if I'm Corfield in this situation, I'm seeing a big 6-hole gap with the shortstop really shifted over. Second baseman's a bit out there for that 4-hole, but Corfield should just put it through the 6-hole with the shortstop playing deep.
And exactly where you said is exactly where it went. My colleague Trey Medina calling that one, as that one snuck right through that hole between third and shortstop as shortstop leaned over to the second. Nice call there. Former player here in this tournament, playing collegiate baseball, Trey Medina. My sidekick for today. I might have Joe Baron from 3 Minute Mike join us today. We're not sure if he'll make it out. And number 10, Cam Meyer, takes a high fastball from Aiden. Aiden, the pitcher for A5. 7-5, bottom of the 5th.
I wouldn't be surprised if I see Corfield get on the move right here just to keep away that force out from second to avoid a double play to end the inning. Corfield right here probably going to get on his horse in these next couple pitches.
And Corfield, just as my colleague called it again, safely runs into second. Runners now in scoring positions, third and second, with Cam Meyer, the right-hander, facing the left-hander, Aiden. Ethan, the catcher, unable to get out of his stance and put some oomph behind that, allowing Corfield to get to second. And that's coming into the net.
Yeah, no, good base running right there by Ohio just to keep away the force out at second. Now you hit a ground ball, you got a good chance of scoring in the run.
Excellent baseball being played here.
Yes, sir. That indeed. Infield playing not fully in, but just midway through the infield.
And Meyer, the left fielder for Youngstown, Ohio, takes one on the ground, bouncing in front of him.
Good block.
Catcher able to keep that in front of him. Good job by Ethan from A5.
Runner on third base, you got to be a brick wall with anything that goes in the dirt here.
Absolutely. You can't afford another run. You're down 2. A5 here in the bottom of the 5 trying to close the inning out without any additional runs, but they've got runners here at third and second. Cam Meyer, the left fielder, facing the left-hander, Aiden, and took a kind of half-hearted swing at that. And a little question here, and that is
A foul ball.
a foul ball.
It sounded like it tipped the bat a bit. Oh, little confusion out
So
here.
what do we got here? If we can get that on instant replay, that would be great if we could see that on our instant replay. And my technical crew still shaking their head saying, I don't think so, not just yet. So what are we looking at here? The conversation between coach and umpire. And so what?
No, it looks like it's going to be a drop third strike out. Umpire a little delayed on the call right there, causing a little confusion. Talked it out. Coach not happy about it, obviously. The call going against you a bit there, but you just got to deal with it, move on.
Okay, so Blue does call that out. It was a drop third strike, and runner was thrown out at first. So number 7, Logan Plummer, will face off the left-handed Aiden for A5. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Youngstown now leading 7-5 over A5. And that's ball 2 to Plummer.
Yeah, no, Plummer right here should just aim up the middle with the big gap infield, playing really far back. That, or you can chop one and you got to get on your horse.
Drew Boyven on the on-deck circle with a 3-0 count here to Logan Plummer, the left-hander facing the left-hander, Aiden, with 2 outs, 2 runners on. 2 runs have scored so far in this inning, as our scoreboard now is being reset from what I can see from here. And that is going to be ball 4, and that's going to load the bases for Boyven. Drew Boyven, the right fielder, who now has bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. The left-hander Aiden, the right-hander Boyven. Youngstown 5-7, bottom of the 5th, Pony Palomino World Series action, and he takes one low. And again, the catcher Ethan holding that in front of him. Boyven count 1-0, 2 outs, and the bases are loaded. The left-hander Aiden looks in and delivers, and that's high outside for ball 2. A5 can ill afford to walk a runner here.
No, it seemed having a little bit of a control problem right there. That's 6 straight. Right here, next pitch, you should just dial it in. More than likely, the batter should take, as he's seen 6 in a row being thrown here for a ball. Unless Boyven gets something that he thinks he can drive, he'll probably shoot it up the middle or probably go up to left center. Just need to put something in play right here. Give yourself a chance. He's got the wheels, as mentioned earlier.
If our high home camera can take a quick peek for me. And that's a high fastball as well. If I can get that high home camera, pop on real quick.
Boyven should be taking all the way here.
Adjust some of our camera action. New complex, so we're still trying to work out some of the issues that come with our. And he walks him, and a run will score. Boyven heads to first. Number 4, the courtesy runner Noah Trojo walks in. And number 24 steps into the batter's box, Kyle Gilson. The big first baseman will face the left-hander Aiden with bases loaded and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The delivery from Aiden goes sailing over the head, and here comes a runner. And the runners will advance, and another score will come in. Another run will score. Good, I got that one backwards. And that makes the score 8-5 now.
I believe 9-5, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me see here. 9-5. 9-5 with the walk, and now this pass ball makes it 9-5. Youngstown, Ohio over A5. That's low in the dirt to Gilson, the left-handed first baseman, facing the left-hander Aiden.
Yeah, no, Aiden here just needs to find the zone. I believe he's thrown 10 in a row. Just needs to throw one right there at this point. Nothing to lose. There it is.
And that's a strike to Gilson.
Little lefty-lefty action. Not the best of matchups, but Gilson hopes to prevail in this situation. Add a little bit of insurance for his team going into the top of the 6th.
And that's going to drive in a run. Kyle Gilson shooting that over to right field, drops in front of the right fielder, and that's going to be 10-5 now for Youngstown, Ohio. Number 3, Tyler Kurlick.
He's been swinging the bat all day. Started the game off with a home run. Just followed that up with 2 singles. Let's see what he does here. Maybe he can improve his day to 4 for 4. Got runners on the corners, facing the lefty. Kurlick been mashing the ball today, hitting barrels.
And with 2 outs, the hot hitter Kurlik will try to add to his team's lead as they lead by 5 here. And the reset of the scoreboard here at the complex was because Youngstown, Ohio is the home team. We've got it on our box scores upside down as well, so we'll get that fixed. Youngstown is on the bottom, A5 is on the top. They are the visitors. Youngstown is the home team. And our folks over at the scoreboard here are getting that fixed up here at the complex. We'll get it fixed on our screens as well. Youngstown, Ohio, leading 10 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. With runners on the corner, Tyler Kurlik takes a strike from Aiden.
Yeah, just took it on the outer half, shook his head. He didn't like it. See if he gets one right here to drive.
And they've got speed here at Youngstown, Ohio. And that's going to...
Ooh, bit of a delayed call right there. Kurlik battling to stay alive. 1-2 the count coming up. See what Aiden has up his sleeve to get out of this inning, get his team back in the dugout and score some runs and scratch at this deficit that they're in right now.
Boyven was in the fastest man competition, so they've got some wheels over there on third. Runners at the corner, 2 outs. Tyler Kurlik facing the left-hander Aiden with 2 outs. And that's shot in the short. And that ends the inning here. But not before 5 runs come in. And Youngstown, Ohio recaptures the lead 10-5 here as we go to the top of the 6th inning, and we'll be right back.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
Cuando su familia necesita atención de emergencia inmediato, cuenta con nosotros. La sala de emergencias Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER ya está aquí, convenientemente ubicada junto al complejo deportivo Buena Vista. Atención rápida las 24 horas, los 7 días de la semana. Desde fracturas hasta condiciones que ponen en riesgo la vida. Nuestro equipo altamente capacitado está listo para usted. Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER.
And we're back. Sorry about the little delay there as we figure out how we're going to run our camps for the next game. Aiden, the pitcher, the left-hander, facing Parker Montgomery, who's still on the mound for Youngstown, Ohio.
Throwing himself a heck of a game.
And he has. And this is the leadoff batter for A5, who takes a ball from Montgomery. Top of the 6th inning here at Pony Palomino World Series action. Montgomery throws one low and inside. 2-1 the pitch count, I think. And again, a few things that kind of threw us off. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So the count was actually 2-2. And that's out number 1 here in the top of the 6th inning for A5. Youngstown, Ohio's pitcher, Parker Montgomery, seemingly in control here in the top of the 6th. 1 out, nobody on, and he delivers strike to number 8, Ethan, the catcher. Montgomery in the windup. Swing and a miss by Ethan. Strike 2. In the top of the 6th inning, everything's a little backwards today, and I'll kind of explain that in a second. And that one stays out in front. Jones, the catcher, keeping that ahead in front of him.
Yeah, no, Montgomery just held on to that one a little too tight. Probably choked it up in his hand a bit. Just needs to loosen it up, get it back over the plate again. See what he comes with here, as he seems to be settling in just fine to this ball game.
And that's a check swing, foul. 0-2 the count to Ethan.
And I wouldn't be surprised here if Montgomery goes with a breaker.
A5. And that's 2. So Montgomery fans 2 here at the top of the 6th inning as they lead 10-5 over A5. And we'll confirm that they are from Harlingen.
They're a mixture of everything in the batter.
So the batter now for A5 takes strike 1 from Montgomery.
Diego.
And Diego is our batter, number 14, who has come into the game. Takes a high fastball from Montgomery. 2 outs, top of the 6th inning, 10-5. Youngstown leading A5, who we believe is from Harlingen, Texas. We'll confirm that for you. Montgomery in control here. Delivers a high fastball. 2-1 the count. So the A5 is sitting in the home dugout. Youngstown is sitting in the away dugout. And so that caused the scoreboards to be inverted as well, and our score box inverted as well. And so we apologize for that. That came from the folks over at Pony from the game control center down in the front, right behind the catcher's plate. We are to the right of them. Our press box, our makeshift open air press box in our control room is to the right of us. Montgomery pitching to Diego.
Ooh, we really wanted that one.
That's a 3-1 count now to Diego with 2 outs here. Sorry, 3-2 count. I saw for the first time, was able to see Blue's fingers from here. Usually puts them under his chin, and I can't see them. And that is high in the air, shallow center field, shortstop. Andrew Corfield making that catch, and that retires the side 1, 2, 3. And that brings us to the bottom of the 6th inning with Youngstown leading 10-5 over A5. And we'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
Cuando su familia necesita atención de emergencia inmediato, cuenta con nosotros. La sala de emergencias Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER ya está aquí. convenientemente ubicada junto al Complejo Deportivo Buenavista. Atención rápida a las 24 horas, los 7 días de la semana. Desde fracturas hasta condiciones que ponen en riesgo la vida. Nuestro equipo altamente capacitado está listo para usted. Laredo Medical Center Buenavista ER.
And that's a strike to number 6, Benny Husted. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, 10-5 lead from Youngstown, Ohio. New pitcher Victor with an interesting mechanism there. His mechanics got a little bit of a submarine.
It's always tough to hit those types of guys because that ball, instead of coming down, it's usually coming up. We'll see how good Victor goes here.
They can hear you too when you talk, right? Okay. Before the game goes, number 3 hit that home run, so we want to present him the home run. It's Tyler Curtis.
Tyler Curtis.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you call his name and I'll present him the thing.
Okay, they can't hear me. This is only on live stream. There's no PA system here. That's one of the challenges we had.
All right, then that's fine. I'll just do it when it's
Okay.
Thanks,
And we'll announce it while you're out there doing it, though.
All right.
Okay. And a visit from Abe Gorena, who came over to let us know that we're going to be handing out a baseball for the home run to Tyler Kurlick from Youngstown, Ohio. 10-5 the score here. And that's a strike. To the batter, Friedman, Derek Friedman, the designated hitter. On deck is Todd Jones, the catcher. And that's a foul ball. One out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A little radio silence here as we try to recapture our voices here. Victor, the pitcher for A5, facing Friedman, the batter for Youngstown, Ohio. Coming live to you from the Buena Vista Sports Complex, City of Laredo, deep in South Texas, nestled right against the Rio Grande. Derek Friedman, designated hitter in the batter's box, facing Victor, the right-hander, with that submarine look to him. And that's a foul ball.
Yeah, no, it's a tough thing as a hitter to see that ball come in from the ground instead of coming from over the top how you're used to. Kind of throws you off with your timing a bit.
Friedman, the DH. Victor, the pitcher, for A5. 10-5 the score here. Youngstown, Ohio, leading A5 in the bottom of the sixth. And that's high and outside. Now let's see if Blue will give me the count here. It's a full count, 3-2. One out here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Youngstown leading A5. Shout out to UISD and the bus drivers for carting all the players back and forth. Our good friends at Ringo's, STX Media. And that shot is high into the air. And that's going to fall right into the glove of the right fielder for A5 for out number 2. Number 18, Todd Jones, the catcher. The brick wall for Youngstown, Ohio. Nothing has got past him today. He's been exceptional. Plus, he's got a good arm. Quick out of his stance. Great play by Todd Jones. With nobody on, 2 outs here, bottom of the sixth. They lead 10-5. Victor on the mound. Jones in the batter's box. And he takes a high fastball. The breeze has picked up a little bit, but because we've got some coverage here, we're a little warm on this side. Looking good here, looking good. Our live stream still looking really good. Some of the big technical issues here with the sports complex, and since it's brand new, some electrical issues and some Wi-Fi issues. I think we've overcome those for the most part. Still looking for some adjustments that we can make. Continue to improve our feed here. Our box score, Laredo Federal Credit Union. Our title sponsor, HEB. Thank you to them for all they did for us this tournament. And that's a strike with swing and a miss by Jones, the catcher. City of Laredo Convention and Visitors Bureau, the County of Webb, State Representative Richard Raymond, D&D Homes, Ringo's Barbecue, Trashco, Resendez Enterprises, Jerry Resendez and his crew. Oh, and a swing and a miss for strike 3, and that retires aside 1-2-3. And so we come to the last frame, top of the 7th inning, with Youngstown leading A5 by a score of 10-5. Buena Vista Sports Complex. And this will be our commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
Cuando su familia necesita atención de emergencia inmediato, cuenta con nosotros. La sala de emergencias Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER ya está aquí, convenientemente ubicada junto al complejo deportivo Buena Vista. Atención rápida a las 24 horas, los 7 días de la semana. Desde fracturas hasta acciones que ponen en riesgo la vida. Nuestro equipo altamente capacitado está listo para usted. Laredo Medical Center Buena Vista ER.
And we're back live here at Pony Palomino World Series action 2026 with Youngstown, Ohio leading A5 by a score of 10-5. We have a pitching change here. So Kyle Gilson will take over the pitching duties after a masterful performance by Parker Montgomery. Todd Jones still behind the plate, keeping those things right in front of him. Top of the order for A5 here, number 6, Victor, who has come on to pitch as well, takes a swing and a foul. Pitch from Gilson in the top of the 7th inning, with Youngstown, Ohio leading here. Gilson, the left-hander, taking over for the right-hander Parker Montgomery, who had a great game here this morning. This is the first game. This is the first game of the morning, Saturday morning here in Laredo, Texas, for Pony Palomino World Series action. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for out number 1 here in the top of the 7th inning, with a potential last at bat here for A5. A battle to stay in this bracket.
Yeah, no, Youngstown showed really great clutchness, especially later in this game once they went down, coming back, putting up 7 runs in that 7 unanswered runs. See what A5 has here in their last at bat potentially of this game.
Number 10, James, takes a swing and a miss from Gilson. That one's in the dirt. Jones keeping it in front of him. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 7th, 10-5. Youngstown leads A5. With the broadcast brought to you by Whataburger and our title sponsor, HEB. And that is high into the air, and center field is going to get there. Ball drifting high to center left. Center fielder on his horse, able to make out number 2. And now number 23, Fab, will try to keep his baseball dream alive here for A5. Facing off against the left-hander Gilson for Youngstown, Ohio, with 2 outs and nobody on. And he takes a ball from Gilson.
Look to be a little too far inside here. See what Fob can do to drive a ball.
And that's low. This game is also being brought to you by the Laredo Medical Center, Buena Vista ER. Right here around the corner from the sports complex, right in front of Whataburger, our other sponsor. And that's a strike. 2-1 the count to Fob. Laredo Federal Credit Union, Rotex, Andy's Mobility, Andy's Outerwear, and that's a grounder to first, and that's going to end the game here. And Youngstown, Ohio defeats A5. We're going to keep the camera rolling for just a second as we wrap up the game. They're going to give out a ceremonial ball to Tyler Kurlick, who hit a home run earlier in the game. If we can have our fan cam maybe turn over to the field and give out, watch them give out the ceremonial baseball, that would be great. Or if our gimbal camera can make that turn and face the field, we might be able to catch that presentation from Abel Gorena, who is going to be handing Tyler Kurlick a ceremonial baseball to number 3, Tyler Kurlick. And we'll see if that presentation is going to be made. I see Abel Gorena over there being mobbed by the team from Puerto Rico. But we're going to try to see if we can capture this on camera here. and show that to you. Apologize for the delay here, but we want to end the broadcast in just a second, but we want to make sure we capture that first chance we get here. As Youngstown, Ohio has won this game 10-5 over A5, as we await a presentation from Abel Gorena, who is trying to get out into the field, but he is held up there as the game is wrapping up here. We're going to try to get that, capture that ceremonial pitch. Unfortunately, my fan cam is up here and unable to make the that screen grab, but we'll see if we can get it off of our third base camera or our first base camera and grab that presentation if and when it gets made here. Unfortunately, we, as all things with these games, you know, you have rules changes and questions from coaches and so on and so forth. And we're trying our best to get this shot to you, but we're going to see if this gets made here. So and here it comes. Here comes Abel Gorena, finally able to wade through the mob of folks who are either looking for his autograph or asking him questions about the next game or something similar. And here he comes. And maybe our third base camera can capture that presentation of a ceremonial baseball to Tyler Kurlick for the home run he knocked over during this game. So again, hard to capture that that view coming from our low home camera or high home camera. I can't see that feed, but nonetheless, that presentation is being made over there, and want to congratulate Tyler Kurlick for the home run and the ceremonial baseball that he's receiving as he gets special recognition. And that'll do it for us here for this game. We'll be back here in about 45 minutes for the next game, where we'll have the Puerto Rico team face off against Chinese Taipei. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be right back.